Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals and this is another StarCraft 2 England cast. Now today guys I've got a ladder game. It is between BabyKnight, the red BratOK player in the top position, and in the lower left we do have Empire's BratOK as the blue Terran, so we've got a PVT. And for any of my frequent viewers who may notice my voice might possibly sound a bit strange, it's because I have got a dreadfully painful throat, and unfortunately while I do usually keep a couple of videos uploaded in advance ready to release should I not be able to keep my daily content up, unfortunately when I uploaded the last batch of videos, apparently YouTube decided to cut out all of my commentary from it. In something error, all the sound went, and I unfortunately had already deleted the files, so I am having to recast to keep up. So if I do die at any point with my voice, I apologise for that. But anyway, PVT, this should be really fun. And map is of course Antigua Shipyard. We should, obviously being close by ground, we should see some really interesting options. I mean, I'm definitely thinking BabyKnight's going to go for some early aggression, because it is just really nice. You can stick things like pylons down here and get very quick resupplies in, which can be very effective. And well, to be honest, could be quite difficult for Empire's BratOK. We could see things such as Observer Blinkstalkers. That would be very strong on Antigua Shipyard just due to this cliff area here. And well, obviously BratOK needs to be considering those sort of things. He's got the barracks down there. We'll probably see, I mean, the general theme of PVT is you have the first stage where gateway units are really strong, then the Terran gets Marine Marauders and Stimpack, Rex gateway units, then medevacs come out. Really then it's up to the Protoss to get either Colossus or High Templar with Storm out, preferably both in the late game, to deal with that mass infantry, and the Terran responds to that in turn. But that's assuming we get through an early game where there's lots of different options available. Neither player will probably rush to try and get their first base out. Both players have of course gone for their initial tech structure, so the barracks and of course the gateway. May see a relatively early expansion out of both because there's no real risk to it. No gas obviously for BratOK, suggesting that either going to be something like a heavy barracks play, lots of marines, or a quick expansion. BabyKnight got the one gas out, but still, the cybernetics core coming down, probably get started on the warp gate tech, may expand shortly after then. I mean, a one gate expansion isn't uncommon in PVT, may just go for a one base play. It's really depending on how BabyKnight's feeling. We do have the expansion down here now for BratOK, so that again, going to put him in a very strong position, ready for the mid game, assuming he can hold it. If BabyKnight were to go for that one base play now, could be a bit harder to defend than obviously if BratOK was also going for that one base play. Still no gas taken down for the Terran. The Marine going to be quite important. Obviously may see a bunker thrown down. That's probably what this SCV is actually on its way over for. So Zealots coming, just checking for any kind of proxy barracks. That is something you should always do. You can also see some cool things with a proxy reactor, Hellions with a Stargate to drop them into the mineral line. Saw a cool Day 9 daily the other day with obviously the Widow mines being dropped in from Harvest Swarm Beta, which could be very interesting if that's not changed, because against the Zerg burrowed Widow mines were scary. Anyway, coming back to the game and how we got the stock coming out, we've got a Stargate now. So BabyKnight going for that Stargate opening, one gateway, one Stargate. This Zealot Stalker coming up, not going to be able to punch through that bunker. The Stalker is looking like it was going to try and go for it. Wise to pull back. Obviously the Zealot took quite a bit of health damage. The Stalker only taking damage to the shield, so that will all fully recover. We do now have a third command center out of BratOK, who is just going complete boss mode. Literally, he's gone one Rax, CC. So he likes them command centers, and obviously this could cause some problems because BabyKnight going for that Stargate with 3 gateways support on it as well, so a lot of firepower going to be coming in there. And BratOK with just the one barracks at the moment is going to struggle to deal with it. He is getting 2 more in there obviously, but going so economical in his build. This Voidway coming out going to deal huge damage to the bunker, and unless that marine count starts getting a lot higher very quickly, it's going to be difficult to deal with. BratOK will need to throw down some more bunkers. Obviously you've got the harassment potential of the Voidway as well into the main base, the 2 gas being thrown down. Meanwhile the second gas obviously been down for a while for BabyKnight. That Voidway getting chrono boosted out. We do have the pylon down in the 4th position. Warp gate tech about to finish up any second now. That's going to allow for those very quick warp ins. Well, this push could be very difficult for BratOK to deal with. And I'm just taking a look around to see if there's anything else of significance happening, and really not. BabyKnight is very committed with this build. This Void Ray coming straight into the main base, gonna start the harassment. That of course should bring all the Marines back, but the Marines just so far away at the moment. They are possibly gonna get killed, but of course the Void Ray has now seen everything. Void Ray charging on that single refinery. That'll allow it to do an awful lot of damage. Will it just focus down the refinery, or will it instead go for something else? Now, obviously we do have the problem here where the Marines having to split their attention, that Void Ray being left to its own devices. We do have the gateway units pushing up, 2 more bunkers being thrown down very, very quickly by BratOK, because he's going to need them, and now these SCVs are going to start melting very quickly. We're looking at these 2 main points of interest. We do have a second Void Ray coming down, a third Void Ray in production as well. Marines on their way back, but 2 Void Rays will not, well, they'll struggle to deal with this. They can kite for quite a while. That small number of Marines won't be able to deal with it. So yet still these Void Rays able to just go to town. And, well, the 2 Void Rays are going to have to be careful. Even though they're charged, these Marines can deal some good damage. They don't want to take health damage. If they lose their shields, that's fine. 1 Void Ray getting dangerously close to dying, and it does get picked off. That's going to be very frustrating for BabyKnight. He needed both of those really to continue the really, really high damage output. These 3 bunkers are very strong. You do have the tech lab with Stimpack on its way. That second Void Ray gonna have to pull back. A third one has now completed and is on its way over, but is gonna have to get there fairly soon. Now, obviously, we do still have these gateway forces out the front, but with 3 bunkers, all those SCVs pulled, it should be pretty easy to defend now for BratOK. The concern is, of course, that he's lost 8 workers already, and he's also got all these workers just sitting there, which is quite a few. All while they're sitting there waiting to repair, they are not mining. And if we look at the worker count, 25 to 34, so BratOK does have the worker advantage. He also has that 3rd orbital command, which is really going to help. Those 2 Void Rays just pulling back. Again, just being a pain. We've got the push coming into the front as well now. 1 bunker throws very, very quickly. A lot of zealots there. And, well, these bunkers getting focused down incredibly fast by this much firepower. The Guardian Shield obviously helping tremendously. Lots more SCVs getting pulled. Another wave of zealots coming in though, and well, this is a fight to the death for this bunker, but the repair is just too strong. There's too many SCVs there, and BabyKnight just continually focusing down. Meanwhile, the Void Rays are still up at the main base. That bunker is not going down. BabyKnight taking absolutely incredible losses right there, but still BratOK has lost more, and those 2 Void Rays in the main base doing so much damage. The Marines are going to have to be careful. Are they going to come back up to try and pick off the Void Rays? Who knows, but already 28 workers killed. That has finally pushed BratOK back behind his opponent in terms of the work count. 3 Void Rays there, now being very annoying. We've got the gateway units coming back in the front. They pick up the second bunker, and now without anything there, well, BratOK, those single Marines on their own, even though Stim is done, is going to struggle here. There's just too many units. 1 sentry gets picked off, but the Void Rays, they are still there. The Marines having to really defend 2 places at once. This additional warp in of 3 more zealots are going to be very strong. The force fields denying the ability of the Marines to come back too quickly, but there isn't enough energy for another force field. We've got some movement here, but now 4 Void Rays focusing down the main orbital command. That is going to put BratOK back down to 1 mining base. It does fall, but this is where the action is. Great sudden step micro out of BratOK, but there is just too much damage being put out by these Void Rays. They are absolutely devastating this force now, and of course the Marine numbers are starting to dwindle. Every time they stim without the medevac, they take health damage, which they never get back. And basically that means the BabyKnight can just be relentless, and of course these are the last Marines going, and there is the GG out of Empire's BratOK. So great little play there by BabyKnight, showing how effective multi-prong attacks are, attacking the main, attacking the front door, the natural. But BratOK possibly a bit too greedy with his expansions. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy the cast, subscribe, like, leave a cool comment, and I will see you tomorrow for yet another game. If you want some more StarCraft now though, flick over to my channel. There's hundreds of games there. I was Madals, this is an SC2 England cast. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.